Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans.
Let's go, D. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 50. Hey, exit.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers slings, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. Terry McLaurin, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Completes it to Spencer Ware. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
First down, Cleveland.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, let's go.
Here's Wilson to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Go. Hey, alert. Alert.
Wilson going to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
49 the mic. Watch 49. Man, that's
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
52's the mark, boys. 52. It's been a long day for you.
Hey, Delta.
Now Rodgers. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped. Just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Bang out, bam. 14, find it.
From the 27, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson going deep here for Bryant. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now it's Wilson. He's got it. This is Ware. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To Ware on the draw. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
We own this. Hey guys, listen.
56 from the check 56.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Got an open man, it's Ratley. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
14, fight it. Alert.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe. Down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Running on 1st down with Ware. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Titans' 49-yard line.
15. I hope you brought your rest because I'm about to take you to school. 12.
From the gun, Wilson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
4 down. Stay at home. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check it.
Got it.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Operating from the gun. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check back.
19.
49 to Mike.
To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. That's caught by Ware. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
For what?
380.
49. Hey, check. 12. 36. Check 24. Tight dog. Kill.
Pull up for signal.
49 to Mike.
You gonna see me in your night.
Here's Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
You see me?
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, orbit.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, 88. Back north. Hey, Haywood.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers now throwing again. Looking downfield for Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Here.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Yeah. You don't want none. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Further. Here we go again. 49 to Mike. Watch 49.
Heavy on the edges.
Hey, 0.
Now Wilson on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. 40. Under crunch. Good job right there. Watch the shift.
From the gun, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Rodgers. Going up top. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard. And it'll be 2nd down. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
12. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Watch the screen. Pass. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Wilson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
He's checking. One left. Check 52.
From the gun, they run with Ware. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
It's easy work.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
One left. 40. 56. You better be afraid of me. You better. Alert. Hey, watch this. Watch 12.
They run again with Ware. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Check 3.
36 power. I'll go special.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 52, get up.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
As you watch that one unfold, didn't you think to yourself, just knock it down because of where he was?
Great catch, but losing yardage.
Hard to change what they are, isn't it? When they see the ball in the air, they're programmed to go get it.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4 at the Browns' 34-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
24-yard line.
Blue 58.
Watch his flat. Watch his
26.
Watch his flat. Watch his.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
59. Tackle.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. Being chased out left. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Check 4.
Bravo.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down, it's Ware. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go, 14.
Here we go.
Four down.
49. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike's 49.
They go again with Ware. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
14. What's left?
49 to Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 49 to Mike.
Go.
Man, I got you. Mike's 49.
Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Rodgers to throw. His throw incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Rodgers. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. On second down, it's Ware. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Taken in at the 22. There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Throwing now is Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. One last shot for Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Tennessee, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.